Hi everyone, welcome back to Salt of Circe. I'm your host Circe. So I'm just hopping on here for a quick minute and wanted to share an experience with you guys. So for my homework assignment with Temple of Witchcraft, we are working on our chakra systems. And this was like a really cool experience, so that's why I want to share it. We made it to the sacral. Yeah, we were on the sacral chakra, and the night before I started the homework, so the night before I started the homework, I had a dream where, and I'm holding my camera, so I might adjust it a little bit. The night before we started the homework, I had a dream where I was in my old neighborhood that I grew up in, and it was dark out. I was standing outside and looking through a door, and anyway, I went lucid and I was like, are there any spirits in there? And I saw movement in these beings of, I don't know, started to walk outside, and I got scared, and I ran across the street and went to the top of the roof of my neighbor's house. And excuse me. Anyway, it ended up being 3 women, and they followed me to the rooftop. Well, all of a sudden, those 3 women disappeared. And there was only one woman, and I was still lucid. So she was wearing a black dress, and she had really long brown hair, and I wish I could draw her brown eyes. And I looked at her and I said, are you Hecate? And she said no. And I said, are you Circe? And she said no. Well, then my cousin was in the stream, and my cousin, I don't even talk to her. I haven't seen her in a long time, but she was in the dream, and she was wearing a black dress too, and I was wearing a black dress, and the woman was like, give me your hand. So she took my right hand, and then my cousin, she took her left hand. And then she said, I'm going to help you out. And she did this like really deep breath, like real deep, and then went. And when she blew out, I could feel her go into my right palm and up my arm. Like, it felt very real, like up my arm and then down and into my sacral chakra, and I could feel her moving around. And I said, and my being overreactive, I said, are you gonna take me over? And she said, not unless you want me to. Well, I woke up, and the next night when we did our homework assignment, it was on contacting our first witch blood ancestor. So I know that was her. And I had to talk to my teacher, because I'm like, I've talked to a few other classmates, and I'm like, I've noticed a pattern of, not always, but sometimes, I will dream of my homework assignment before I even do it. Like, I'll dream like the information that I need for that assignment, I will dream it before I actually read it and do it. And she said that that happens, and that by year 5, which is our final year, that that's expected. So I thought I would share that with you guys. I'm really starting to get into like the ancestor work. And another thing that happened about a week after that dream, so I named my ancestor Agatha. I have no idea if that's her name. I don't know. But for now, and I named her Agatha. And anyway, I am not like, I'm starting to develop my clairvoyant abilities more. And I think I guess you would call it channeling her. About a week later, I was getting like downloads, and she was telling me that she was starved, and she was hung as a witch. And I saw like what her foot looked like I guess tranced. I don't know what the exact words to use are for what I see, but I saw it, and I could just see her foot, and the foot part looked necrotic, so like black. But I knew it wasn't like, she wasn't burned, because there were other parts of her foot that were normal. And when I saw that, I kept getting starved. I was starved. And her foot was like floating. So I knew she was hung, but she did not let me see like her head or her face of her being hung. She just let me see her foot floating, so I knew she was hung. But yeah, let me just say, it was so overwhelming, that download, which I've never had happen to the extreme of, I had my makeup on, I was getting ready to go to work, mascara and all, and it was so overwhelming that I started to cry. And I've never done that before. I've never have experienced a download so powerful before, to where I couldn't handle the emotion I was getting. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm going to bed, and you guys have a good night. Take care. Bye.